Let's turn our attention now to the other big story at home, the massive work stoppage that also impacts the movement of products to this country. The federal government ordering both sides into binding arbitration today and saying trains will begin moving again in a matter of days. But every minute is money. Every day, $1 billion worth of goods travels on CN and Canadian Pacific Kansas City lines. Collectively, they have more than 34,000 kilometers of track. CTV's Genevieve Beauchemin reports.
Workers were on picket lines and trains stalled for less than 17 hours before Ottawa stepped in, intent on getting the economy chugging along rail lines once again.
I'm using my authorities under the Canada Labour Code to secure industrial peace and deliver the short and long-term solutions that are in the national interest.
Rail transport is not just woven into the history of Canada. It's a crucial link in the supply chain. But a timeline for things to get back on the rails is still not clear. CN announced it had ended the lockout it triggered at 12:01 a.m. And while it had called for arbitration, it expressed disappointment no solution came from the bargaining table. 9 months of failed negotiations led to this, with both sides blaming one another. Both of Canada's main railways, CN and CPKC, claim they've made repeated offers that are good for employees, good for the economy.
These are not minimum wage jobs. They pay $120,000 for a conductor and $150,000 for a locomotive engineer. We have offered to improve wages, to improve rest, and to provide more predictability and scheduling.
The Teamsters Union says it isn't taking down its picket lines yet, and that it is deeply disappointed with Ottawa's shameful decision giving in to railways.
They want to work you until you fall asleep. And unfortunately, we have a lot of people with young families that they want to go home to. We work midnight shifts and day shifts throughout the week. Some people work on call with only 2 hours notice. And you never know if you're coming or going from work.
The NDP says Ottawa's decision shows the Liberals are anti-worker. Leader Jagmeet Singh joined workers on the picket line in Montreal earlier in the day and had issued a warning to the government.
We want to send a clear message to Justin Trudeau and to the Liberals that we don't want to see any interference by Justin Trudeau that interferes with the fair negotiation of a contract.
The railways wound down operations for days, leading to this unprecedented halt. But getting trains rolling again could also take days. This is now in the hands of the Canada Industrial Relations Board, and there's no timeline as to the next steps. Omar.